There's this thing that I'm like fixated on now that I'm a mom. It's called brood parasitism.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
So basically some birds, like one is a cowbird and one is, I think the common like cuckoo. Is that how you say it?
Cuckoo bird.
Cuckoo bird.
Yeah.
They lay their eggs in another bird's nest.
Whoa.
They find a bird whose eggs are similar in like the way they look. And they lay their eggs, and then so that mom then has to like nurture that egg. So they're like hands off. They're like, someone else is going to take care of my baby, warm the eggs.
So like a deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat dad. And then so the eggs hatch, and sometimes because the cuckoo or the cowbird is bigger, then they push out the other birds. And then they take over, and then they steal the mom. They steal someone else's mom.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Hello, Blair Bears. Just popping on to intro this episode. We have the amazing Khalyla Kuhn from Tiger Belly and Trash Tuesday. She's just one of my favorite people, and I feel really good around her. And she's so smart, and I just feel like she's so wise, and I love talking to her. So this was really special, especially because she barely does any podcasts outside of her own. So I felt really honored. Also, thank you so much for all the great feedback on the Marin episode and the Kristen Shaw episode. It was really fun, and I feel like we're starting to get momentum, and it's been really nice at shows when you guys come up and tell me that you like me, like the podcast. It means the world to me because, you know, I love this podcast. Okay, really quick tour dates. My next tour date is going to be at Wise Guys in West Jordan, Utah, July 10th and 11th. So that's 2 weeks away. Please tell anyone in Utah. I am worried nobody knows me in Utah, and I have many seats to fill. Next, I'm going to be in Denver, Colorado, July 16th to 17th at Denver Comedy Works South. Love it there. So excited. Tell your Denver people. Then Portland, Helium, July 24th through the 26th. Toronto, August 7th through 8th. Washington, D.C., August 21st to the 22nd. San Francisco, September 4th. Cincinnati, September 11th and 12th. San Diego, September 16th. Raleigh, North Carolina, November 5th through 7th. Tickets on my site, blairshockey.com, or in my bio. Now, thank you guys. Go leave a 5-star review. Let's get this thing popping off. I love you. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy this episode with Khalyla. Love you all. Have a great week and 4th of July.
Oh, what's up, Blair Bears? Welcome back to another week of Spaced Out. Are you kidding me? And you wouldn't believe the episode that I have for you today. I'm out of my mind excited. We have the amazing, the just most wonderful woman in the world, Khalyla Kuhn. Is that how you say your last name?
It's cute, but
Cute.
good enough. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, Khalyla.
Thank you so much, Blair. That was such a sweet intro.
No, I mean every word.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You know Khalyla from Tiger Belly and from Trash Tuesday. And I was just telling Khalyla, like, right before we started, the first time I met Khalyla, and it's not like we've spent that much time together, but I oddly, more than most people, it stuck out. I'm like, I feel like I knew you just from the little time we spent together. Like, I just felt so connected to you.
I feel like you have a soul of a dog, because dogs feel that way about me.
Thanks. Many people have told me that. Actually,
really? I think you have a soul of like a rescue dog.
People say that. They're like,
really?
Yes, because like, I mean, it made more sense when I learned I was autistic and stuff. But it's like people are always like, you have such a pure soul. I'm like, really? Like people always say that.
And that's so sweet because I swear to you, like on my way here, my sister's like, well, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to do Blair's podcast. And I don't do anyone's podcast.
I know. And listen, look, I know how busy you are. You are so busy. Like,
but I'm not. But
yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
I mean, I am, but I'm not. But it's like, and I told her, I was like, you know, she is one of the very rare people in this sphere that I genuinely like and like inherently trust, which is weird.
I feel the same about you.
Really?
100%. I'm like, when I met you, I was like, oh, this is a really like pure-souled person.
Oh, that's so. I told my sister, I was like, Blair is, how do I say it? Like tethered to reality. There's like some people are just like are lost in space.
Yeah.
The people around us are just like, oh, you're a little too far gone. Like you're out of touch.
Right.
And that's not you. I've never felt that from you.
Oh my God, this is just so cool. Well, you are really so busy because you have 2 very successful podcasts. You have a pretty new company, although I'm sure it was like in the works for a very long time. Ebb Ocean
Club.
Ocean Club.
Yeah.
Ebb Ocean Club, you guys, you need to check out. It's like incredible. And I say this as having tried and many of the products. Incredible hair care that is reef safe.
It's reef safe. It's got clean ingredients. It doesn't have the nasties.
Yeah.
And we're in Sephora right now. So
Sephora! Can you believe that?
I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, you're saying yes to like
That
a dirty
is, like,
podcaster?
I get chills. Do you know how big of a deal that is? That's huge. And the products like truly are so good. Like Rosebud and I always talk about how much we love our Ebb stuff because it really is excellent. So it deserves to be in Sephora.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I think so too.
And you're a mom.
I am a mom.
Which is just like so much time. I mean, that's really becomes...
Well, we met right in the beginning of my pregnancy when I hadn't announced. Well, I never actually announced.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I can fully understand why.
Yeah, I think that every woman deserves to not be bothered.
To have a peaceful
time.
Pregnancy.
Yeah, to not even be bothered by a single comment
Negative.
In real life, on the internet. It's like, girls, do yourselves a favor. Do not announce. Hard launch the baby when the baby's 3.
Well, Kylie Jenner did it. Miss 20-year-old Kylie Jenner was the first time she disappeared for 9 months.
I totally respect. And here's what I love about Kylie Jenner. Recently, she was like, I'm not a big Kardashian stan in general, but I love that she was like, you know what? I got up to 210 pounds, and she didn't say it was either good or bad.
Yeah.
She was just like, that's just what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, I like that.
Well, I think that happens actually probably less now, but we've historically seen that, at least since I've been aware of pop culture, of these actresses that dieted within an inch of their lives, their entire life and career. And then when they got pregnant, like the Kate Hudsons, the Pink, the Jessica Simpsons, the even Kim Kardashian. And it's like when they're pregnant, they gain like 100 pounds because it's the first time they can just eat and are like not focused on not eating.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's so true. I have...
You never got big.
I didn't, but I think that your sense of like... Your eyes are a little bit like warped in pregnancy because you do feel so much heavier.
And you feel so different than your normal body. So, of course, you feel... I think barely anyone except for those like genetic anomalies like... would feel like, oh, I look incredible.
Right. I think that for me, during pregnancy, everyone was like, oh, you're gorgeous. I think even you said it. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
You look so gorgeous.
I did. Now I see it. I look back and I'm like, I was stunning. What the was I tripping out about? Yeah.
Yeah. That is something though, all that programming, especially in our era of growing up, it's like, even no matter how much work you do, that programming still comes in.
Yeah, that is hard program. I had a bodybuilder mom.
Oh, wow.
So that programming never leaves your brain.
I had a hot, extremely hot, tiny, blonde, like hottest almond mom.
Oh my God, your mom was an almond mom too?
Oh, hardcore.
Like the Slim Fast, all of that?
Yeah, but like more like the zone diet. But yeah.
Zone diet.
Like we had and look, I can't believe it now because especially after my brother died, I can barely make 3 meals for myself. It's like bizarre. Like how far I regressed in that way because I used to love cooking. But I'm just like, I don't have the will, the energy, especially with my schedule. But my parents, like, I can't believe the incredible food that they made for us growing up. Like, and just taking the time and making like...
Oh, so you had home-cooked meals like every day.
And amazing cooks, like protein, vegetables, and like like just a complete healthy meal every night. And like amazing too.
I do love that. I mean, I know that like almond moms are an issue, but that is really... love language to put like a whole home cooked meal every single day because that's real effort for me. They sound like high effort parents.
Extremely high effort.
And that's such a gift.
Yeah, no, beyond a gift. And not like everything is perfect like every family. But yeah, like I will always say that like my parents worked their asses off to like give us everything because I think they both had like very non-attuned parents.
You can tell you're a product of high effort parents.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Like I know a lot of things have been difficult for you in the last couple years, but you have like a lot of like love. You can tell you're not thirsty for the wrong kind of love.
I'm not at all.
Yeah.
I like and I think sometimes that can be confronting to a certain type of person because I don't feel I feel I was talking with Kita before this started, like I feel genuinely friendly and excited to get to know people and meet new people, but if I don't get that back, that's fine. I'm not going to chase them.
Right.
Like I don't need to be liked because I feel like I have such amazing, very deep, nourishing relationships
you don't
in
have
my
holes
life.
in your body. And that's honestly when you have high effort parents, like you don't have those holes in your body that you need to fill.
I mean, there are some things, you know, I think even inherently being a comedian, you know, or just like, I don't know, like I have a very difficult time, like trying to get myself to date and like.
I know we've talked about this.
Yes, it's hard. Oh, yeah, but like I felt really inspired by you.
I know. I told you. I think that was right around the time. Well, first time I met, we were pregnant. We were pregnant, you and I. But I told you I know everyone's like, it's a dumpster fire out there. It's shit. All, you know, there are really great people out there.
I know. That's
and everyone will fear monger and say, you know, well, you know, you're getting old. Like, no, when my last relationship ended, my decade-long relationship ended, I was 37.
Right.
And not a single thought in my head was like, oh, am I going to meet someone? Am I still worthy? Am I hot enough? No, none of that. I was like, no, I am so cool.
I love that.
Yeah, I am so cool.
Which
I have
is all
so much
true.
to offer.
Yes.
And dare I say, like at my peak physically.
Yes, absolutely. Another fact I have to tell you guys because it's like endlessly impressive to me is that prior to Khalyla's media career, she was a nurse, so she has like so much medical knowledge, scientific knowledge. It's so impressive.
I'm not a nurse, but I did graduate from nursing school.
Okay, she graduated from nursing school.
Yeah, from Cal State Long Beach.
But still.
Yeah.
That's a fuckload of studying.
I know, and then I got offered to work at Long Beach Memorial like right before I graduated, and then I met Bobby, and he was like, you know what? Maybe you don't need to be a nurse. And I listened, and I don't know if that was
You were very young.
Yeah, I was. I don't know if that was the right decision. Maybe I should have at least like worked a couple of years as a nurse, but
yeah,
you know, I listened to that man, which is fine. It all worked out. It all worked out.
It did all work out. And now you're with like a man I mean, obviously you loved Bobby, but like you're with someone who is like aligned with all your life, like what you want out of life.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that ultimately my goal as someone like having lived like a very traumatic childhood and just like riddled with anxiety for most of my adult life.
Yeah.
The goal was always to find a safe harbor.
Right.
Like my nervous system had always been on overdrive for even when I was in a relationship with Bobby, like how could it not? Like he's a comic, you know, like we have this podcast together, and while it was
you're tied up in business.
Yes.
And even though like, and anyone who talks to him, and if you talk to him, like he loved the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But he also has very frenetic energy.
Yes.
So that's not calming to a nervous system,
No,
especially like a sensitive one.
Not at all. But I think that because that was what my childhood felt like, very frenetic and very chaotic and no sense of calm, that's always what I sought like in adulthood. Like I always looked for that exciting, thrilling, what's next? What's
because it's familiar,
it's so familiar. But then my nerves were so fried constantly. I mean, they still are to a degree, but at the very least, I know that I can go home and Aloha is so far away from this like world that I like live in.
Yeah.
And he just is like kind and wonderful and like very even keeled. And like that's more
that is
than
incredible.
Enough. Yeah. It's like, it's plenty.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I have many questions that I need to ask you. Okay, so 2026, you know, we're about to complete Q2. How's it going for you?
Q2.
Yeah.
Gosh, you're talking business.
Like fiscal Q2.
Fiscal quarter. Okay, so they say to get out of postpartum, roughly it's about 2 years before your brain goes back. I'm not quite there yet. So Q2 still feels like I've never been, I'm not myself.
Right.
But I've never been this heavy.
Really?
Never
You
been this
look
heavy.
so.
Thank you. That's really sweet.
No, I'm just saying from the outside perspective. I know it has nothing to do, and it could be completely real, but you look so like.
Thank you.
You look and what dare I say your Instagram stories from Hawaii in the bikini, like unbelievable.
You like the jiggles. You
no,
like
it
the
doesn't
extra
look
meat.
jiggle.
No, I think that, you know, the boobs are like, can you say thick boobs? The boobs are thick. They're
Yeah,
full.
I mean, I have thick boobs.
yeah, they're thick.
But like you look, your body look
Thank you.
Insane.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I'm not just, and you know, I never tell a lie and I never exaggerate. I only can say my autistic ass truth.
Right. And so I believe you. So Q2, I'm getting used to my new dimensions, let's just say. And it's not even that I hate my body. It's just that
it's different.
Yeah, I have to find a whole new wardrobe and see like what looks good, because right now it's sweatpants and t-shirt because that's all I know that like, you know, drapes
Feels
over
good.
well. Feels good.
I love baggy clothes too.
Yeah.
Like I love them. Like the other night I was I had spots in the main room at the Improv in the Comedy Store, and it was just finishing the week of my period, which I just wear XXL of everything, and I was like, God damn it, Blair, you have to wear like, just put on your tight jeans and a tight shirt for one night. And everyone was like, oh my God. I was literally wearing black jeans and a white tucked in t-shirt, like the most simple outfit. But because they could actually see the outline of my body, they're like, oh my God, this is crazy. Where are you going? You're so dressed up, you know? But it's like, now that I just live for comfort.
But I do too. But I think that once in a while, I do love those moments where it's like dressing baggier, looser, and then you have one day of kind of just like, you know what, I do want to show off, you know.
Well, my mom always says you got to do it once in a while to make sure they still fit, like, you know? Yeah. Which, that's not a 90s little diet girl.
Wait, but you're on peptides?
I am, yeah.
Can you tell me what I need to know? Because I have a lot of curiosity, but I'm still breastfeeding, so I'm like, it's gotta wait, you know. But I need to know. I need to like load up on info now.
Okay, so I just started, and so like I don't know if I'm seeing differences yet, but I am on a tissue repair one. I'm on Glow, which is
I know what that is.
4-stack. It's Glow with KPV, which is like I'm pretty sure an anti-inflammation.
Okay.
And it has the skin one, the copper, that's for the skin and hair. It has BP 157, which is the tissue repair. Yeah. And I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Oh, wait, no way. My sister and I do. Well,
you do?
My sister does. I don't know if I do for sure, but I am like hypermobile.
Yes. So I had no idea. And I went to this musculoskeletal doctor who I had originally found to get a stellate ganglion block.
Yeah, I know what that is.
You're the only person on earth that does.
Yeah,
for the listeners, it's basically like a sugar shot in your vagus nerve to reset. So like I did it after my brother died, like basically for PTSD and depression and stuff. And so then like I had this lifelong shoulder injury from volleyball. And it turned out I had 2 tears and 2 bone spurs for like the last 20 years. And my shoulder's like been getting worse as I age, and my wrists are really painful. And so, I was like, this would be really good for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, the tissue repair.
I love an Ehlers sister. I didn't know this. I feel closer to you now.
Oh, well, it's so crazy to know like my whole life and feeling like something was wrong with me because I am incredibly sensitive. I'm tough too, but I'm very sensitive and all these things like clothes bothering me, that my skin and pain, body pain, always having to be leaning on something. I'd always say my whole life, I love walking. I hate standing. Like standing hurts my body.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have POTS.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I think my mom has that.
So basically,
I have the MCAs.
The MCAS. I do too. Oh my gosh. I love an autoimmune girly.
Yeah, and I
can
had
talk
no
about
idea.
This all day. So basically when because we were both athletes, like we override our systems a lot.
Well, I asked the doctor that. I said, how was I such a hardcore athlete, like on track to be an Olympian, like Division I, all this stuff with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? And I've had extreme body pain my entire life, but I thought that was just part of it.
Part of it, yeah.
And I would always be like, why am I so much more sore than other people? And it was because I would make my body go into flares.
Yeah.
But he said that actually saved you.
Yeah.
Because he's like, that probably really helped you build muscle and be strong. Because I haven't been like lifting. I've only been walking the last like year and a half. And my pain's gotten a lot worse. So I just started again with my old trainer because I was like, it's an emergency.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I don't have any cartilage left on my shoulders.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so because a swimmer, duh.
Oh, insane.
Yeah. And
the hyper repetition, same as like volleyball.
Yes. But when I went to an orthopedic surgeon, he was like, oh, you know what we can actually do is this thing called oats. And you can either get cartilage from a cadaver.
Whoa.
Or you can get it from a part of your knee that you don't use a lot. And to kind of like, and then they grow it and then they put it.
Did you get that?
No, I didn't. No, because I'm just like, you know what? I've been in chronic pain for a long time. What's the shoulder injury? Like, as long as I have some mobility there and some pain, like I would rather do that than like, that's very like extensive surgery. Like, I'm chill without, unless of course I stop losing function.
Right. Mine is like, if I lift it, it hurts, but like other movements don't hurt. But like lifting it, and like I had my first session with the trainer and I did insanely light weights and my shoulder is hurting me so bad today. But that's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's my shoulders, volleyball, swimming. I think it's inevitable. But to your point about just being an athlete in general, like you are trained to not ever speak up about your pains because all you'll ever be told is that's just a part of it.
Yeah.
So
and it kind of is.
Yeah, it's is like to some degree.
You can't. It's like it's never going to be cured.
Never. And so you just roll with it until you're an adult, and then you look at people around you, you're like, wait, you don't wake up in utter pain every day.
Or like you don't get injured or like a subluxation in your sleep.
So funny, subluxation. My sister spontaneously sprains her ankles like doing nothing at least twice a year.
Yeah, I had that when I was young. And then I think after I had a few, like in volleyball, a couple bad sprains, my ankles just loosened to the point where anytime I'd roll it, like after I had extreme sprains, when I'd roll it after, it didn't hurt anymore.
That's so wild. That's crazy.
So we like to start the podcast with the Freako Fact of the Week.
Okay.
So I'll go first. I don't know if you brought one. This one's really simple, but I loved it. It made me so happy. It said dogs' heart rates increase by 46% when their owner says, I love you.
Oh.
And it's like, I don't know if they know what words mean, but I guess they do.
They do.
Like in the way that a toddler does.
Yeah, like they understand tone. They understand like pitch. They understand like expression. I think dogs understand.
But I love that. It made me so happy.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah. Do you have a Freako Fact?
I don't think it's as positive as yours.
It can be anything. It doesn't have to be positive.
Okay, so there's this thing that I'm like fixated on now that I'm a mom. It's called brood parasitism.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
So basically some birds, like one is a cowbird and one is, I think the common like cuckoo. Is that how you say it? Cuckoo?
Oh, yeah. Cuckoo bird.
Cuckoo bird.
Yeah.
They lay their eggs in another bird's nest.
Whoa.
For that bird to raise their eggs. So their eggs, they find a bird whose eggs are similar in like the way they look, and they lay their eggs, and then so that mom then has to like nurture that egg. So they're like hands off. They're like, someone else is going to take care of my baby, warm the eggs.
So like a deadbeat dad.
deadbeat dad. And then so the eggs hatch, and sometimes because the cuckoo is or the cowbird is bigger, then they push out the other birds. And then they take over and then they steal the mom.
What?
They steal someone else's mom.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
That's like some Wild West bandit shit.
I know.
Dang. I had no idea it was so dog eat dog in the bird world.
And I think birds are well, they're not. I love birds, but I think they are into nasty business sometimes.
I feel like I like some birds more than others.
Yeah, let's think about what birds are.
I love hummingbirds. They seem so mystical to me.
They are. I have a hummingbird feeder.
Yes, I just bought one.
They're gonna come. They're gonna be so happy.
Well,
they're used
to my next door neighbor used to have one, and then they like redid the whole place and moved out and all this stuff. So they chopped that part of the tree. But I used to love it. It would be right outside my window and make me feel. It made me feel like I'm like when I see a hummingbird, I feel God.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Because don't they like flap their wings like so fast? Like I don't think they ever stop moving, right? Do hummingbirds sleep?
I don't know, but they're on a frequency that's like higher than most living beings.
Yeah, I'm into like more of like the seabirds, like the albatrosses.
Yes.
Yeah, the those are really cool. Even like pelicans.
That is so funny because whenever my whole life growing up, whenever someone said if you could be any animal, I'd always say pelican.
Why?
Because they seem prehistoric to me. That they remind me of.
They got the big.
They feel like a close descendant of dinosaurs to me, like a pterodactyl.
Yes.
But and because like my family, like your family, is a hardcore diving and fishing family,
which is what I wanted to talk to you about today. And the only reason I've come here is may I be invited to your yearly lobster opening trip to Catalina?
Absolutely, because we go every year, and like a lot of their friends are like extremely into diving and all that, and like deep sea fishing and stuff. Last year was the first year without my brother, and it was really sad. But also, it's just like something that's so a part of our family.
I'm inviting myself.
Okay, you're invited.
I'm there.
Are you kidding? It would make me so happy.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Yeah. Because you know, I can't stay my ass in the boat.
Are you reading a book?
I'm always reading a book.
You're just there on the boat reading a book.
I'm dipping in. I'm going for a swim. I'm having a beer. I'm reapplying my sunscreen.
Right.
I'm, on the aux cord. I'm just having the time of my life.
Yeah.
Not going deep.
Right. I feel like is the better option for a boat day, but I really like
because you've been doing it forever. I stopped once I think of the shit because like our main family vacations growing up were driving down the Baja Peninsula to tiny little coves and
I love
going
that.
like deep. So like thinking of what I did as a kid because I thought it was normal and I just wanted my dad and brothers to like me. Like I went snorkeling at midnight. Like I did all sorts of shit.
Blair.
Yeah, but now I would never.
But like, do you look back at those moments and you're like, oh my God, what a cool childhood?
Of course. Like, I mean, the experiences I had and like my family was really all about like experiences in the outdoors and stuff, which I think your family is too.
Yeah.
But like, all the shit I did, like cliff jumping and like extreme sports and like surfing and I did surf contests when I was like 12 to 14. Then I quit because I didn't have time with volleyball. And like the next division was like 14 to 17, which was like a massive.
That's so cool. That's so cool that you had that kind of childhood because like I'm terrified of raising a boy. So like my only plan is like, okay, we're just going to go off grid. We're just going to get a van.
No, that's going to be amazing.
We're going to do
in Hawaii.
Baja. Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's not safe to drive down there.
Is it not?
No,
I mean, I really wanted to go to Bahia
you can
de
do
Los
that.
Angeles. Yeah, like I think it's like 8 hours.
Driving though is not safe.
Really?
Yeah, with the cartels and stuff right now.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, what makes you feel most alive?
If you'd asked me a couple years ago, it'd be like water, diving,
Yes.
diving, just being underwater. There is something I feel when I'm underwater that I don't have an equivalent of when I'm on land. And I don't know if it just feels like you're just kind of like it's like someone's like hugging you tight. There's a pressure there, and there's like a different kind of noise.
It's part of your like fabric of like your ancestry too.
Yeah, and there's a reason why I take 3 showers a day.
Yeah.
Like I need to touch water.
I'm the same way. Like, I remember when I like first started EMDR. Like,
Oh, I love EMDR.
I haven't done it in years, but where they make you have like a safe place.
Yes.
And mine was like a lazy river.
Oh, that's so cute. Wait, at a hotel or like a real river?
Well, I've never been really in like I mean, I have like probably like twice, but this was a particular time when I was still an opener, and I opened for Funches for 6 years, and we went to the Dells in like, I forget what state, like Wisconsin or something. And we did a bunch of mushrooms, and like they were going on these massive water slides, and I literally was just like blasted on mushrooms alone on the lazy river, being like, this is the best day of my life.
That's magical.
It
Yeah,
was
that does sound magical. Yeah.
That's why I said
Yeah.
so then I'd be like discussing something insanely dramatic, and she'd be like, okay, back to the mushrooms on the lazy river in Wisconsin.
I love. Okay, so my same with EMDR. My happy place was somewhere in the Philippines in the water with my whole family like around me.
God, I want to go to the Philippines so bad.
But EMDR is so funny. I actually felt sick
No.
2 days afterwards. Like
I
I
mean-
was like not well.
Yeah, because it is a full body experience, that
Yeah.
type of stuff.
Yeah,
Wait, so what's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah,
Wait,
you're water baby.
Yeah, and what are you?
I'm a Libra, but I have a Scorpio
Libra-
stellium.
My son's a Libra. No, Libras are my
That's
most.
what Rosebud says. She always says, like, I love Libra women, but Rosebud also has a Scorpio stellium.
Oh, nice.
So, like, we both have 4 planets in Scorpio, so we are very, like, water heavy also.
Oh, that's so. I love that.
Yeah.
Water heavy. I love Libras. Love. I don't know too much about astrology, but my sister is a Cancer, and her and I are just like
Oh,
inseparable.
I'm so jealous. I wish I had a sister. I mean, I love my brother so much, but, like, that lifetime best friend, especially when you're older, because you get to like determine what the family does, like everything.
Yeah.
Like the girls run the roost. Like I have this family of friends that I've known forever, and it's 3 sisters. They all get along so well, and it's like their 3 husbands and their families like always have to be with them because they like plan everything together.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that looks so amazing.
That's my sister and
And
I.
like raising kids together.
Yeah, she doesn't want kids.
Oh,
but
she doesn't?
No, but she's like a power auntie. She like her whole existence is now like around being an aunt. But
Okay, your baby's so cute.
thank you. He's smushy. But no, like she's in the background of my life. Like it doesn't matter what I'm doing all day, even if I'm working, she's on FaceTime listening to the steps I'm making around the house, the heavy breathing I'm making
so
around the house.
cute.
And I forget that she's there. So sometimes I'll be like, Siri, like call someone else. And she's like, Khalyla, I'm still here. But that's our relationship. I just like,
That's deep love.
it's such a blessing because like I truly feel as though like you feel when you have siblings that you're close with, you're anchored in a way that I know that I will never be devoid of like genuine love, like
love and protection,
Yeah, and protection.
and belonging.
and I can always fully. I know you don't have to unmask because I feel like you are exactly who you are. But
Thank you.
I feel like
It's been a long process.
But I mean that's so great. But I feel like with my sister, I can fully unmask.
Right.
And I can be whoever it is under
Yeah.
here, and she's just like, you're great.
You're
I love
fully
you."
loved for your whole
Yeah.
self, and you know, like any perceived imperfections or anything. Like I just think that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, and it's not the same as having a blood sister that you're like best friends with. It's just not the same, but. That's how I feel about my girlfriends. Like, they're the deepest, most nourishing relationships that people are like, I don't get why you're single, you know? And I'm just like, well, I'm busy as fuck. Like, I can barely keep up with my own schedule. And then I'm really close with my family. And then I have all these, like, very long, deep
Mhm.
friendships I have such a, like, community of deep love that it's like I barely even notice.
Yeah, your cup is full.
Yeah.
Your cup is full, and that's
Yeah.
such a gift. I love that.
Okay, what's a weird ritual you have?
Slightly embarrassing, but I cannot go to sleep unless I empty out my bladder completely, and not
Same.
just like, oh, I have to pee. Like, no, even if there's no pee left, I have to like push the last couple drops. A urologist is probably like, shouldn't do that. That's not good for you.
I'm the exact same.
And then I do this thing where I get the sink water, and it drives everyone in my house mad. And then I drizzle water on my toes. And then I walk over to bed and I go to sleep. If I don't do that, I will not sleep a wink. Like this is a weird
How
thing
did
I've
it
done.
start?
I don't know. I think I think I've been doing it since I was young.
What does it do for you?
I think it makes me think that my feet are clean.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that they're not, because I'm like afraid of like sticky things. I'm like a weird like I got some weird like jags around like hygiene
Texture
and like just weird things.
I know what you mean. That's so interesting. I love that one. That might be the best one we've ever had.
Try it. Just like put a couple drops so that you wash your hands after, and then just put a little cold drops on your feet. And I don't know, it just does something for me. And I'm like, this is so comforting when I go to bed.
I love that. You are such a water baby. No, I when I lived in New York for a long time, I got in the habit of having to take a shower before bed.
Yeah.
Because even if I showered in the morning, because I was like had to wash the city off of me.
Yes.
And
thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for, because I think that there are two camps. And it's the people, I do both. I shower when I wake up and I shower before bed. And there are people like, no, why would you shower before bed? You shower before you start your day. And I'm like, no, you have to wash the day off of you.
yeah, especially like if it's hot in New York and you're wearing sandals and stuff. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like a feeling like I don't want to get into my bed feeling dirty. It could just even be in my head, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, or when people like, you cannot have like outdoor clothes in my bed.
Yeah.
Like if you've been somewhere, I don't care if it's you were gone for 10 minutes,
Right.
like stripped down. We're laying naked together. We're cuddling naked together in bed. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Do you believe in God?
I've been a lifelong atheist.
Oh.
The Philippines is like very, very Catholic. And one of the
I was
things
raised
that
Catholic
kind of
too.
drove me out of my belief in that specific kind of structure of God
Yeah.
is my family, especially the men, were awful people.
Right.
And they would go to church and we would go to mass together, and they would take, their little kalawat, which was like the bread, and act as if all their sins were absolved. And they were, horrible people. They were horrible dads. They were, drug dealers.
Yeah.
They were just and so that's
of course you would be like, how can I believe in this thing where it's so openly hypocritical?
Yeah, I think Catholicism really ruined what could have been my journey to believe in some kind
Right.
of God. But now I do believe in something more powerful than myself.
Higher power, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I haven't quite I haven't like pinpointed exactly like what it is I believe in.
Yeah.
But because I'm such like, I think when I look at nature and the symmetry of leaves and the symmetry of like just everything natural, like I think I'm like, that is God.
Right.
Like,
I think a lot of people feel closest to God in nature.
yeah. And so I don't believe that God created it. I think that the leaf, that is the God. Like,
Right.
Like we exist in that. Like,
Right.
So that's as far as I can go with my own interpretation of like a higher power.
Yeah, to me, God, after like endless searching, having raised off my Ehlers-Danlos ass, having to readjust every second.
Yeah, we have to sit like this too.
I know.
Knees to chest,
Yeah, always
Yeah.
like having to switch positions. To me, God is divine living intelligence. It's like, I don't really know what it is, but it's not associated with religion at all. Like, and if religion is good for you, more power to you.
Right,
But
right.
for me, like, there's too many things that I don't align with. And I just like don't think a God is like a man in the sky.
Yeah, and I don't think that a god is that easily interpreted either. Like,
Totally.
Like it's so weird that you have this like book and these strict rules around what you think, you know, is.
Or some people are good and some people aren't, or some people are allowed and some people aren't. Like that's just not, that doesn't like resonate with me at all.
Yeah. My mom was a lazy Catholic. I actually didn't get baptized until I was like 6 or 7.
Oh.
Just so you know, baptized as a baby because they're going to have you list your confessions if you can talk.
Okay, you heard it here first.
But also, I'm baptized.
Yeah,
So
same.
Hope that matters to someone.
What's your favorite project you've ever done?
I think to this day, the proudest thing that I've ever done is probably still Tiger Belly.
Yay!
And just because it's existed for so long, we didn't know what we were doing in the very beginning.
Yeah.
It was all kind of like the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
And of course, I love everything I've done since. I love Ebb. It's just, I don't know. I could never have imagined that like buying a mic at Sam Ash, is it?
I don't know.
And you know, with my boyfriend at that time, that it would turn into what it is now. And so like I like it because it's just we didn't have a plan and it worked out.
Oh, that's incredible. And like, I mean, some of the best things are like that. I also think it's just so amazing how you guys were able to continue on after you split.
Yeah, and I think that
like,
really
that's crazy and amazing.
And I'll tell you why. I love who I work with. I love Gilbert. I love George. I love Bobby. And I think that's like fundamentally we've always just been friends, work together and enjoy our time together. And there's always just been like a trust amongst us.
Yeah.
And it's always just been us 4. We never like,
you know, you all stayed together the whole time. I also just love like even post split how much Bobby adores you.
Yeah.
Like he really has you on such like a high opinion and he really respects and just adores you. And I just think it's so special to have spent that much time with someone and then you have taken a like moved on and romantically and still like have this it's really amazing and rare.
Yeah, and that's because we were friends.
Yeah.
Like we truly had and continue to have each other's backs. And that's not going to change. And it's now like, you know, it's turned into we're not just friends, like we're family. Like he's going to be a part of my life. Like
and he loves your new dude.
He
like the way he talks about him.
A little bit too much, you know. my new dude is up in Bobby's roof, like fixing his AC. And
wait, that's hilarious. If you were a comedian, you know what an all-time bit that would be?
It's
your new boyfriend.
It's kind of amazing because like Bobby has this like massive, incredible home that's always like breaking down. And if you know LA, like if you call an HVAC company, if you call a plumber, sometimes when they see a nice home, they're not giving you fair prices.
No, oh my God, they try to fuck you. Even if you are in a not nice home, they try to fuck you.
Exactly. So what Aloha is there for now is because he has worked as, you know, in construction, contractor for like his whole life. He is now the filter for all of that. So it's like Bobby's like, hey, they're trying to charge me $40K for like new AC. Aloha's like, skirt. No.
Wow.
Like it should only
and
be
how
X amount.
benevolent of him as well.
Yeah.
Like accepting the situation of how close you guys are.
Yeah. So now they have a whole system where I truly think Bobby now prefers him over me. But that's for another day. But I think that Bobby has always needed that like real like
masculine presence.
I was a masculine presence. I was father for a while. But at some point like my skills aren't like I'm like I can only
You don't know how to replace central air?
No, I can't do HVAC work. I can't do duct work. But so Aloha is now the man in his life.
I know.
Where it's like,
that
was just like sweet.
It's so sweet and it's so like bizarre. It's like a movie. Okay, what is? Oh, do you want to get married?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I've always wanted to get married. But I've never wanted like a big wedding. I think I've always just like fantasized about like eloping.
Same with me.
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason, despite like being a performer and like in front of people, that attention would be really difficult for me.
Well, I think it makes sense. We had Sophie Buds and Taylor Tomlinson on this on a pod. and
Okay, two of
they-
my all-time favorite girls.
Love them. And basically, like they explained it perfectly. Well, Sophie did. She was like, "Oh, we get plenty of attention nightly.
Yeah.
Like we are the center of attention nightly.
Yeah.
So the need to be center of attention for your wedding is not
Like this once in a lifetime thing that
Yeah.
most people like look forward to.
Yeah, and she said like, for many people that is the one day where you could possibly get like a high res photo of yourself.
You're like a queen.
Yeah. And like you're not going to get that.
Photo.
But then you guys get photographed every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Running away and, doing it like, simple style is really nice.
Well, I also feel like, especially like growing up in Orange County where like the weddings are like really intense and these huge things.
yes.
Like I feel like a lot of times it stops being about like the couple's love and like
Yeah.
the romance of it.
it seems very stiff because everyone is trying to.
It's like about everyone else.
Yeah, that's too much. I want to cry at my wedding genuinely.
Same with me.
Yeah.
I want that too if I ever do get married.
I think you. Here's the thing. I think you're so beloved by so many people
Oh, that's so nice.
that whoever you bring around is really gonna get put through the ringer. Like if you were anyone else, you'd be like, yeah, marry that dude. But I think that you are so beloved by so many that
That's so
we would
sweet.
put this guy, like we would third degree him for
I'm gonna
like
need
weeks
you
and
to
weeks.
third degree him.
Yes, and I don't think we would let him off the hook like at all. So that's a disadvantage to you. I think because you can't just bring around some dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It was like so hard dating with older brothers growing up that were insanely protective. And it was so scary like bringing a guy around my family because it was just like all these guys I grew up with were always there. So it was like I had 10 brothers instead of 2.
And also, your brothers were great, so the guys
Yeah.
would have to, at the minimum, like stack up
I
to your
know.
brother. Because if they're anything less, like
I know. That's why like I love these male comedians so deeply as friends, but I just like don't see them as partners.
Well, dating a comedian is, oh my god.
I know, and
Like,
that's
don't
what I
do that
also.
to
But I
yourself.
also worry that that's how a man would feel about me.
I don't think so. I think that women just inherently are. Even female comedians, like they're just better. Sorry.
Or much
Male
more
comics is scary.
caretaking of the other person's
You're
feelings.
just like you're living in reality still.
I love how you keep saying. What makes you feel funniest?
When I'm with my sister and I can just be like mean.
I love
Not
that.
like not in a
no, I
schmucky
know what
way,
you mean. I know what you mean.
But it's even like towards
You're being
each
like
other.
silly
It's
mean.
silly mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
yeah.
That's the best. And you can only do that with something where it's like deep trust, love.
Trust, love, and then a lot of just like history and inside jokes.
Yes.
Where it's
Yeah.
like I don't need to explain to you why this is funny. This is
know.
just funny, and we just can't breathe.
That's what I miss so much with my brother. Like we had so many weird ass inside jokes that like no one would understand. Okay, what do you like about being a woman?
I love the full scale of emotional intelligence.
And the depth that you can reach.
Not to say like you cannot be emotionally intelligent. Of course you
Right.
can. It's like I feel like life feels deeper.
It does.
Like it feels almost sometimes too deep.
Yeah.
And we take on a lot.
So much.
And we get chronic illnesses and
Yes.
autoimmune stuff.
Yeah.
But I also find that like I don't want to experience life like any other way. Like I
have to remind myself of that.
yeah, because
That's
it's like,
that's a really beautiful sentiment.
because it's like we go through our hormone cycles that go through like once a month, right? So you go into your luteal phase, and like I hate when I'm in my luteal phase, but I
Same.
kind of like love that I am two completely different people at different phases, and I feel so deeply when I'm in I'm like I just like the scope of
Yeah.
everything that I can feel, and I used to hate it because I'm just like I'm so sensitive, I feel
Same,
too
yeah.
much, all of these things, but now I'm just like okay, like maybe I don't want to lose that.
Yeah. You can't mask anything like when you're in the luteal. What's the worst thing about being a woman?
Oh my gosh, that list, we can go on and on and on.
I always say the best thing about being a woman is female friendship.
Yes.
To
Female
me, that
friendship is
like,
so cool. We go deep.
Yeah, it's like to me, that's like probably the biggest gift of being alive.
Yeah.
But I always say like that's really the only thing I can think of.
Female friendships, yes,
Yeah.
that's a great one. I think that one of the worst things for me is the feeling of safety is never quite like there. Like
Can't
I
walk
always
at night.
Yeah, I always wanted to travel so much, and I did a lot. And I always had to have my head on a swivel.
Yeah.
I do envy parts of being a man where you can literally just walk out.
Oh my God.
Anywhere, anytime, and not fear for your life.
Yeah, or men have no understanding too, like if they're walking really close to you when no one's around, how scary that is, because they're not even thinking of that, because their head is so like not in that sphere of being afraid or anything.
There is a freedom to that, and I think I've always envied that because I was someone who wanted to travel so much, and I couldn't do that solo like ever.
Yeah. What's your greatest dream?
My greatest dream is to live to 120 years old so I can watch my son become an old man.
I love that. That is so sweet.
That's my latest dream. I'm like, I gotta live to 120 so then I can see him turn 80 on his 80th birthday, and I can watch him blow his candle. And if he needs help, like I can.
That's so sweet. Holy shit. That is like the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Oh my God.
So 120 is the goal. That's in my head. 120, 120,
Whoa.
120.
I love that. That's so sweet. Do you believe in aliens?
I do. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Have you always?
I think so, yeah. I think if you're someone who believes in like science in general, like I don't know what form of alien I believe in, but like just of course, yes.
Okay, wow, okay. Because I say this every time, but they were not even in my awareness, and I obviously love like the mystical and like fantastical so much, but I didn't ever think about aliens until the government said they were real in 2021.
And how do you feel about them now?
Well, RJ and I, we'd always like, he was my alien friend, and like we were only
You do need a very reliable alien friend.
But like we only like send stuff back and forth to each other in a cheeky way. We're not like truthers or anything, but just find it interesting and like, whoa, if this is real, this is cool.
It is so cool.
But yeah, like I never thought about it, and now like the government, and it's like, why are they releasing it? Yeah, but you've always believed in it since you were a kid.
Yeah.
Had you ever seen anything like in the sky?
Yeah, when in the Philippines when we were younger, there were these like lights that would like, we were visiting my grandma's like graves, my grandpa's gravestone, and there were these like formation of lights that I know was not like the Filipino military, because I'm like, that can't be it. I don't think we have the funding or the like money to have this like super advanced thing going on in the sky, and then they just like disappeared like this, and we're like, oh, that was like a UFO, I think.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like that. Do you have any dating advice for me?
For you specifically, it's very different like person to person.
Yes.
Because but for you specifically, dating advice is let us know early on.
Okay.
I don't trust any man with your pure soul.
Thank you.
Some just honk the horn and be like, I met this guy. Because he's not allowed in your presence if he's not worth it.
Thank you. Where am I going to meet this man? I guess I have to like open up. We have this thing on this podcast called the Approved Straight Man the official list of approved straight men. And is there anyone you'd like to add? It could be anyone.
Who do we have on the list?
Some past inductees are Jack Black, Adam Sandler, Kendrick Lamar, Pitbull.
Pitbull's in there? Oh yeah, Mr.
Yeah, I like
Worldwide.
Pitbull.
Yeah.
I like Pitbull. He really amps me up.
Yeah.
And Robin Williams is one.
Robin Williams, interesting.
The comedian Sidney Castillo.
I don't know. I can't think of approved straight men.
It could be a celebrity or it could be a non-celebrity.
I'm gonna throw my partner Aloha in there.
Aloha! Welcome to the approved straight man list. Aloha.
I wish for every girl in my life to have someone like him, not, even if not in a romantic way, just because like I truly like adore his I adore him on a molecular level, like his constitution. He's like he's wonderful.
That is like so, and how that is so sweet to feel loved like that and to admire the person you're with. That is something I have thought, like, I really want to admire the character of someone who, like, that is so true and genuine that I feel elevated by it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever done that.
Yeah, I think it's easy to kind of admire what they do for a living, X, Y, and Z, because that's like all the shiny things.
Yeah,
right?
but their soul.
The character is really important.
Yeah.
Like, who really are they when you're like being at your worst is so important.
Yeah, well, and to be raising a child with someone that you feel that way about has got to be incredible.
And also, I will say this, not just dating advice for you or to every girl out there, like, be so particular about who you have a baby with.
Well, that's my fault. Why I don't? I'm like, that's too scary, because I don't think I've ever dated someone reliable. And it's like, you have to think about, you could have life-threatening injuries from birth, or like, and then even trying to get through that period and all that stuff. It's like, it's the heaviest shit anyone can go through.
Right. And then as a girl, all girls deserve to be able to turn their brain off and have their partner take care of it, and you feel good about them taking care of it.
Because you're sacrificing your mind, body, and soul, your health.
Yeah.
To bring this person's child into the world, it's crazy. Okay, that's so beautiful. Wow. I love that. Okay, we like to end the podcast with a segment called Galactic Gossip, which RJ actually came up with the name. This week's the Pentagon and Department of War recently released over 170 declassified files, photographs, and videos detailing decades of unidentified anomalous phenomena encounters. The rolling public release, which began in May 2026, last month, was initiated following a directive from President Donald Trump, who got legendarily booed at the Knicks game last night, demanding complete transparency on extraterrestrial records. That's so interesting. But then, like, the first release, everyone's like showing the videos, and it's just like the grainiest, blurriest videos.
I see that's where it upsets me. It's like we have all the greatest cameras in existence, and like everything is still so fucking grainy. It bugs me.
I guess those videos are from
way back when,
or going back to 1946 is when these files go back from. But also, I think they're taken by the plane, like, camera that aren't like high definition cameras. They're more like heat sensory or like energy I'm guessing. But so in the files of what has been released, they feature archival imagery from NASA's Apollo 12 and 17 lunar missions, infrared still images from U.S. military operators in the Middle East, and black hot infrared shots captured near the western U.S. Documents span from the 1940s to the present, featuring commercial pilot logs, eyewitness reports of green orbs, disks, and fireballs, and historical military reports. I have not gone through any of these files. As you know, I have a light interest in aliens, so it's sort of cheeky interest. But it is interesting, and it does, of course, raise the question, why now? And why keep it a secret? Why were they keeping it a secret? The Age of Disclosure documentary that has like all these ex-secret alien task force operatives and high level military people speaking on like all their eyewitness stuff, where they're like, no, it's 100% true, and they're like, we need to tell the public. But it's like, why were they keeping it? Is something in danger or what? Who knows?
I do wonder about that. I like, keeping something from the public will always kind of spin it into something bigger anyways. I wonder if all of this is released, if we kind of lose a little bit of that you're like, oh, okay, we've seen better videos kind of circulate for a long time,
Right.
whether they were real or not real.
Right.
I wonder if it'll kind of kill that momentum a
Well,
little
it seems
bit.
like no one has cared even a little
Yeah.
since the government first started talking about it. And Mr. Blink 182,
Oh, Tom DeLonge. Yeah.
love Blink 182, devoted his life to, collaborating with the government.
I love a pivot like that where you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm kind
now
of
the
tired
band's back
of
together. But it is just crazy. Like the Blink 182, the band from my childhood,
know.
was instrumental in working with and persuading the government to disclose and like put so much money and energy and research and years behind it. And now they're like rolling it out, but no one fucking cares because the last 5 years since COVID have been a dumpster fire.
Tom DeLonge went to the same high school as Bobby, and neither of them have been inducted to that school's Hall of Fame.
That's insane.
I know.
How they don't? Who are
Maybe
they gonna
that
get
has
that's
since
bigger?
changed. I don't know. Maybe that's changed. I think they're putting like neurosurgeons up there.
That's fucking crazy.
But you do have Ehlers. I just saw your thumb bend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have everything. My wrist, the doctor, because my wrists are from volleyball and Ehlers.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about this on stage right now. The doctors tried to tell me that I have to wear wrist guards to bed because they bend so far back every night.
Yeah.
Okay, Khalyla, thank you so much for coming on. Where can everyone find you?
I have 2 podcasts. I have one with Esther Povitsky that you've been on.
Yes, I love their podcast. It's so fun.
It's called Trash Tuesday. I have another one with Bobby called Tiger Belly. And Ebb Ocean Club is out in Sephora now. So go try
Girls,
that out.
get your ass to Sephora. I would never recommend a product that I didn't 1,000% believe in, but this shit is incredible.
Thank you.
You will be so happy. It's just amazing quality. I love it. All my girlfriends love it.
And honestly, this is the only pod outside of my own that I'm doing. And that's because I love you so much.
That means so much to me. I love you. You guys, thank you so much for listening. Leave us a 5-star review. Thank you for engaging, supporting, and I love you, Blair Bears, so much. Okay, bye-bye. See you next week.